A newly discovered interview from 1939 featuring the inventor of basketball, Dr. James Naismith, reveals a first-hand account of how the game of basketball was created.
It was in the winter of 1891 when I was physical instructor at Springfield College in Massachusetts. We had a real New England blizzard. For days the students couldn't go outdoors, so they began roughhousing in the halls. Something had to be done. One day I had an idea. I called the boys to the gym, divided them up into teams of 9, and gave them an old soccer ball. I showed them 2 peach baskets I'd nailed up at each end of the gym, and I told them the idea was to throw the ball into the opposing team's peach basket. I blew a whistle, and the first game of basketball began.
Dr. Michael J. Zograi, who uncovered the recording, says Naismith had a bigger mission for the sport and the growth of his students.
It's important to note, though, that Naismith and all of his colleagues there were interested in a philosophy called muscular Christianity. And so the goal there was to affect the character of young people positively. He really believed that, there should be a way that people could compete, but play by these rules.
And what rules did you have for your new games, Dr. Naismith?
Well, I didn't have enough, and that's where I made my big mistake. The boys began tackling, kicking and punching in the clinches. One boy was knocked out, several of them had black eyes, and one had a dislocated shoulder. It certainly was murder.
Rules were quickly implemented after this brawl of a first game. The most important, no running with the ball, which stopped the tackling and slugging. Many of these rules set in place at a YMCA over 100 years ago are still upheld in today's basketball.
Football, baseball have a development or an evolution. You can't say, okay, here's where it started. But with basketball, you can say, here is the moment in time when this activity was created.
And the whole thing started with a couple of peach baskets I put up in a little gym. It just goes to show what you can do if you have to.
Indeed it does.
Reporting for AccuWeather, I'm Maxwell Knott.